Welcome to Nashville Superspeedway, qualifying underway for the ARC Music Gen 4 Cup Series. As you see, Hayden Lowell and Napa Auto Parts machine heading out on track. Also have Trent Sneed and his Corvette. Well, he's not heading out for qualifying. He's just going to pull to the side of the road and disappear. So back to Hayden. I guess we'll ride along with the 56 cars. He heads out of turn number 4. On to the front stretch to start his first time lap. Let's go jump on the roof of this thing and ride along. You can check out what the Nashville Superspeedway looks like at night on the roof of the Napa Chevy. Hear him throttling it all the way down the backstretch. Getting ready for his actual time lap, apparently. Cheesing it up a little bit, trying to get heat in the tires. Now everyone knows how he does his qualifying. You pee a little bit every time you see Napa in your mirror. Hello, Chrissy. And Byron. Hayden's going to bring it off turn number 4. Got a little bit out of shape, but I think he's still okay. Back to the start finish line. Should see Hayden jump up the board there. Goes top over Dalton Hayes. Dalton's on his second lap. We'll follow the Mountain Dew Chevy out of turn 4. Dalton posts a 30.01. Let's see how that holds up. Travis Martin, first lap, goes third quick. Also have Cody Cleaver on track, Jake Lawrence, Ian Montrose. Ian jumps up to P2. That was on his first lap. We'll see if he can pick up on lap 2. A lot of drivers out on track now. It's about halfway through qualifying. Ian brings it off turn number 4, heading back to the start finish. 29.992 for Montrose. Clint Cox in the 0-3. He was battling Hayden for the top of the charts in practice, and here he is knocking off Hayden for the pole position on his first of his 2 qualifying laps. He's going to go ahead and put in the second one. Hello, Red Cell. Trenton's family and fans hopping in. See where Clint stacks him on lap 2. Slightly slower, 29.68. That would not have beat Hayden, but his first lap did with a 29.64. Dustin Adams bringing it out of turn 4. He's coming to complete his second lap. First lap at a 30.82. Second was a 30.12. That should move him up the charts to 8th. Cliff Mullins out on track. Jeremy Scher, Jeff Price, John Garrett, Mike Edwards. Blake Giglio goes to P4 in the number 16. He's been involved in some controversy lately. Not in this series, though. We'll see if it spills over, as Giglio and Mullins have not been getting along. Both of them are here tonight. 16 and 37. Something to keep an eye on as Mullins goes to 10th. John Garrett jumps up to 7th. We'll see if Blake's able to move up on lap number 2. Slightly quicker for Giglio. He should take over that 3rd spot. Have Montrose 4th. Edwards 5th. John Garrett 8th. Cliff Mullins 11th. Jeremy Scher 15th. Trenton's just sitting at the end of the pit lane. He only has 40 seconds, so I don't think he's going to get a lap to count. So that should be the 15 cars that qualify. The other handful of cars have already completed their run. John Garrett brings it back to the pit lane. There's Cliff getting back to his box. Jeremy Scher getting a little extra practice in. You see that Mustang kicking out in turn number 2. He's getting extra track time here. He's already completed his run. That's going to be the final seconds of practice. We'll see if we can get Clint in here for a quick chat. Clint, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, we got you.
Well, you're able to knock off Hayden there for the pole. How good did that feel here in Nashville?
Felt like a Nashville hot chicken. Just out there, greasy track. But we'll see what we can do here to have a good run today.
Yeah, we got 110 laps around Nashville tonight.
All right, guys.
What do you think your
Nashville,
odds are for
450.
hanging on to it?
Yeah, sorry, Hayden was talking there. I missed the last of that, but
Yeah, I muted him.
we're gonna
I just
we're gonna
said,
try to hang in here, not wreck, not run out of gas, and see what we can do with this race.
well, yeah, not running out of gas would help. Not wrecking, yeah, it's here or there. Depends on how hard you wreck it, I suppose.
True. Got a fast pair though.
We got 3 extra teammates tonight. Should be a good time. See what kind of strategy y'all can pull off. Good luck.
Thank you.
Clint Cox in the 0-3 will be your pole sitter, waiting for them to all get out on track so we can run through our starting lineup. Presented by our friends at Labor 12. Hayden's on track. We'll get the lineup music going here. Wait for everybody to get out there. There we go. Here's Clint. 0-3 Bobcat Dairy Bar Chevrolet starting on pole tonight. Starting lineup presented by our friends at Labor 12. Here we go. Clint Cox, pole sitter. Hayden Lowell, the Napa Chevy, starts in second. Blake Giglio, the M9 Chevy, starts in third. Ian Montrose, the Autism Awareness Chevrolet, in fourth. Mike Edwards, the Fort Worth Screen Chevrolet, starts in fifth spot. Cody Cleaver, the Buc-ee's car, starts in sixth. Travis Martin, Mac Tonight, Bill Elliott Throwback Ford, starts in seventh. John Garrett, Crazy Al Chevy, starts in the eighth spot. You have Chris Stamper, the Daytona winner. He'll start ninth in his Bobcat Dairy Chevy. Dalton Hayes, the Mountain Dew USA Chevy, starts in 10th. Cliff Mullins, Pinnacle Trailer Sales Pontiac, starts 11th. Jeff Price and his Back Channel Productions Pontiac starts in 12th. You have Dustin Adams starting 13th in the Bobcat Dairy Bar Chevrolet. Jake Lawrence, the Cosmic Brownies Little Debbie Chevy, starts in the 14th spot. Jeremy Scherer's High Point Ford starts 15th. Andrew Beach, the Side Pipes Born on Date Throwback Machine, starts in the 16th spot. Trenton Sneed, Steed 2 Some Game Farm Corvette, starts 17th. Dan Reberchuk in the Rick and Morty Toyota starts in the 18th spot. Eddie Donahue starts his number 11 Toby Keith Ford Mustang in the 19th spot. Scott Elston, the Ninja Turtle Chevrolet, starts in 20th. 20 cars set to do battle here at Nashville Super Speedway. See, the lights are already out on our Ford Mustang pace car, so we're getting set for the start. 110 laps. Should be a good one. Hopefully we get some long green flag runs in. Concrete surface can definitely eat up the tires a bit. Pace car is going to head off. We get the green flag in the air very shortly. And we're stacking them up in the back. Embarrassing. Green flag waves. Nope, still shows yellow. I guess the pace car will come right back out. So let's go back and see what happened back in the field. They stacked it up and looked like the inside line. That is awkward. Jeremy Scherer in the 15's involved. See Cliff, the 25, 15. They're all stacked up on the inside line. Man. What a pileup. Let's go to the Cliff Mullins overhead shot on the far chase. 37. Yeah, they just kind of all stack up. Cliff catches up to the car in front of him. 25 catches up. And then they really stack them up. And there it is. 15 underneath the 25. They all go up to the outside wall, and we have a pileup before we even get the green. Well, that is awkward. Let's see how much damage our Trenton Steed machine got in the back. Field tries to bunch up, but they get all kinds of out of rhythm. Trenton got a little bit of nose contact there. Doesn't look too bad for him though. Should be okay. Check on the other cars. Donahue looks okay. Rick and Morty look okay. Beach a little banged up though. That might be a fast repair early for Andrew Beach. That is a lot of contact. So we're still showing 0 laps on the board, so this apparently never went green. Laps have not started to count yet. That is awkward. What a way to start the race. Well, I guess not start the race. Both the left and right front fenders on that 71 Side Pipes Pontiac are beat all to hell. Well, let's try this again. It works out of turn number 2. Let's have a quick word with Hayden if we can. Hayden, DG, got a couple.
Hi, Swiss.
Well, that was awkward.
Yeah. What a start.
Yeah, hopefully we can get it a little bit better this time. Does your
Yeah,
ticker
Clint-
show the same as mine, where it's officially not started yet for the race?
We have not started a lap yet because the green was never thrown.
10-4. Okay. Making sure mine wasn't broken.
Nope, all good. Here we go.
Okay,
For real
it
this
worked.
time.
Good luck this time. Drop Hayden back down in his chat. We're getting ready for the green. For real, maybe this time. Thank you for the follow there, Les. Appreciate it. There goes Clint Cox on the loud pedal. Blake Giglio spun the tires a little bit. Hayden Lowell's going to hang on to second for now. Montrose going to take that 4th spot. Cody Cleaver in 5th. Mike Edwards 6th. John Garrett fighting Travis Martin for 7th. That was our first side-by-side battle. We get the green flag for real. We'll see if Andrew Beach can hang on with the damage he has. That 71 Pontiac left and right front fenders are torn up. Then we see the 15 has quite the dent in the front of it. Field makes their way out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. Clint Cox picks up the bonus points for leading the lap. Hayden's in 2nd, Giglio 3rd, Montrose is 4th, ahead of teammate Cody Cleaver in 5th. Mike Edwards is 6th, John Garrett 7th, Travis Martin in 8th. Got Chris Stamper, Dalton Hayes battling for 9th. Make their way down the backstretch. Hayes going to take the spot. Cliff Mullins now right behind Stamper. Jeff Price under attack from Jake Lawrence. Cody Cleaver putting the pressure on his teammate. John Garrett, big wiggle out of the 66. We'll see if Martin's able to take advantage. Further back you see Mullins, Price, and Lawrence all tucked in behind Stamper. And Jeremy Scherer fighting with Trenton Sneed and Andrew Beach. 2 of those 3 cars have damage from that contact before the green flag. Lowell and Cox now have a full second over Blake Giglio in 3rd. Blake probably trying to save the tire here. Seen him working on that all week, last week. Trying to do the same thing again this week. Jeff Price, Jake Lawrence side by side there momentarily. Keep jumping around looking for the action going on as Montrose trying to overtake Giglio. Giglio wanting to save those tires. Surprised Cody Cleaver didn't tuck down low and follow him. And Montrose will start to pull away a bit as he uses up his tires a little more than Blake's going to. We should see the 1 car pull away from Blake a little bit. And Cody Cleaver and Mike Edwards. John Garrett still out of shape in that 66. Like turn 2. Both times we've seen him. That car was sideways through turn 2. Has the ghost man Travis Martin tucked in behind. And Dalton Hayes and Stamper, your top 10. Jake Lawrence, Cliff Mullins, Jeff Price. Lawrence has moved past both of these Pontiacs up into 11th place. I think Cliff Mullins just caught the wall. Put up a trailer sales Pontiac up against the wall coming out of turn number 4. Andrew Beach 14th with the damage. Out of 2nd behind Cliff. There's Jeremy Scherer also damaged. Trenton Sneed's in this pack. Dan Rieberchak, Dustin Adams, Scott Elston, and then a ways back to Eddie Donahue. And he is in the 11. Meanwhile, up front, Hayden Lowell putting the pressure on, trying to take the lead. Not going to lead this lap, but he has the inside positioning heading into turn 1. See if Clint gives him that spot or fights him on the outside line. Could be smart to just let him go for a bit. Clint having none of it. Fighting back hard on that outside line. That can eat up your tires, though. Clint fighting him back. Does not want to get Hayden in the lead. Hard to tell at the line. It looked like a 0.00 on the scoreboard. We'd have to check scoring later on, should it matter, to see which driver led that lap, but I think Hayden's going to get it eventually here. And Clint's going to wish he didn't fight so hard. Those tires are going to start falling away. Hayden's probably perfectly content with this. That time I think Hayden did lead the lap. Montrose thirds put a little bit of distance on Giglio. And Edwards is now fourth as Cleaver's fallen to seventh. My Siamese gets up on the desk and interferes with our race. We have Giglio, Edwards, Garrett, and Cleaver. Garrett at 66 on the high side, Cleaver the yellow and red 2 on the bottom. Behind them, Travis Martin in the 8th spot. Dalton Hayes 9th, and Chris Stamper in 10th. Still battling it out up front. Haven't missed much. Just side by side. Clint Cox and Hayden Lull staying this way. Racy Mug, hello. Nephew is in 14th. So we watch this battle for the lead. It's been going on since lap 7. Hayden Lull and Clint Cox. Cox does not want to give it up. Keeps fighting that outside line. Stay side by side at the line, but Hayden's going to lead the lap. And Cox rubbing the wall on entry to 1. Should give Hayden the advantage on corner exit. We'll have to see. It's going to get close, and not quite. Hayden just can't clear Clint. Cox surges ahead again. Hayden takes the short way around. Cox keeps the momentum up on the high line. They'll be side by side once again at the stripe. One more lap and they'll spend half the race side by side so far. Keeps the nose in there. Hayden looks like he's trying to bully him a little bit. Trying to push him up the track. Cox having none of it. Saw him rub the wall twice there. And there you have it. Half the race. They've been side by side. Now Clint tucks in behind Hayden. All the way to the bottom. He's going to get to the inside of Hayden. Did not see that coming. Hayden gets the better corner exit though. Cox is going to show him the nose. Hayden's going to give him the room. I think that's going to be Hayden's position free and clear by the time they get back. He does have him cleared. Cox just still showing him the nose. And there you have it. Hayden out front of Clint Cox. Ian Montrose running third. Blake Giglio, Mike Edwards fourth and fifth. John Garrett sixth. Travis Martin seventh. Cody Cleaver's fallen to eighth. We'll watch this 66, 63, 16, and 14. With the two, they're all bunched up together. Travis looks like he's looking to the inside of John Garrett for the sixth spot. Ghostman is trying to overtake down on the inside lane, that Mac Tonight machine. They stay side by side for that sixth spot. Cody Cleaver gets a bit out of shape in the number 2 Bucky's machine. Saw the ass kick out in that number 2 car. Travis Martin completes the pass on John Garrett. Martin to 6th, Garrett 7th, Cleaver 8th. And Dalton Hayes 9th, Chris Stamper in 10th, but he's got a hard charging Jake Lawrence on his tail in that Cosmic Brownies number 68 Chevy. Jake all the way down to the apron trying to find a way around, and he turns him. Lawrence gets into Stamper and turns him, then Lawrence gets turned. Lead by Jeff Price, and Jake Lawrence goes around. Funny enough, he gets the worst of it and not Stamper. Let's go back and take a look from our drone shot here. Gets in the back of the 69 of Stamper, turns him around, tries to give him room to save it, and in doing so, Jeff Price gets in the back of Lawrence, turns him around. And through that process, Stamper's okay and gets away. Lawrence falls back to 17th. That'll set us up for pit stops. And of course, it gives us the other end. No, both of them are down at that end. Okay, good to know. Does us no good. I'm sure we'll see everybody at least come down for fuel. Like Jake Lawrence, involved in that incident, has stayed out. He's got a little bit of nose damage on that car, but he'll take the race lead. Dustin Adams stays out and takes over second. Then you have Eddie Donahue. And back to the cars one in the pit lane, Clint Cox and company. Looks like Hayden's going to win the race down pit lane. Montrose and Clint Cox would be very close. Montrose may have jumped over him. So off the pit lane, Hayden Lull, 4 tires and fuel. Montrose the same. Clint Cox, Blake Giglio, Mike Edwards, Travis Martin, Cody Cleaver, John Garrett, Dalton Hayes, Jeff Price, all 4 tires and fuel. 7-second stop for Reberchuk, so he may have fuel only in the 13 Toyota. Back to tires and fuel for Mullins and Sneed and Elston. You have Stamper. He was involved in that altercation, brought out the yellow, so I'm sure he took a little bit of time to do some repairs. Same story for these two, Jeremy Scher and Andrew Beach, 15 and 71, both got damage at the start of the race. So they're working on repairs. They're going to get down and on their way. So the pace car is quickly approaching. Now the cars that stayed out on that first pass by, they're on pit lane. Jake Lawrence, 25 of Adams, and the 11 of Donahue. All 3 of those machines hit the pit lane. Nobody gone a lap down yet, so everybody's still in the lead lap. No lucky dog for this yellow. Beach and Scher. See if either one of those comes back down. See Beach's car still quite banged up on both sides here. Crew only had about 48 seconds to try and fix it. Check in with Hayden. Lights are out on the pace car, so we are getting set for the restart. Say we jump on board with Travis Martin. Watch this restart from his onboard. Field work, shall we have turn number 4? Let's actually go somebody to the left lane. Let's go Mike. Yeah, since the scoreboard's there, inside lane will probably be more fun. Here we go. Green flag back in the air as we ride along with Mike Edwards. Watch the top 5 try to get away. So the top 3 get single file. Clint Cox try to get past the Ghost Band. And the whole top 6 go single file. Let's jump back over to the TV cams. Yeah, Cleaver and Garrett side by side for 7. Looks like Cleaver's going to take that spot. Now Price looking inside Garrett for the 8th spot. Dalton Hayes is there. Clint Cox put the pressure on Ian Montrose here. Montrose got a little out of shape coming out of turn number 2. Cox would take over 3rd. Travis Martin trying to follow through. Ghostman up into the top 5, knocking on the door for 4th. Montrose gets up and close to the wall there. Montrose, usually known as a hard charger against fresh tires. He is tough. Saw him get a bit out of shape there, as did Ghostman. They both lose ground on Clint Cox. Cox was going after Blake Giglio now for 2nd. Blake able to get that car positioned nicely. Hold up Clint a little bit. Now Hayden out in front. Travis Martin does get by Ian Montrose, takes over that 4th spot. He'll start to roll in on these top 3. Cox got way loose. Got a good run on Giglio though now. He's going to cut it back to the inside. Blake's going to let him go as Blake wants to save the tires. Gets back down to the bottom. Blake doesn't want to run that high side. Seems to be the ticket if you want to pass Blake while he's in tire safe. Oh, get him off the bottom. And he'll do what he can to get back to the bottom. Keep an eye on Cox as he tries to run down Hayden Lowell, and he's making good ground. Hayden could be trying to save a little bit too. Travis Martin, Ian Montrose, Mike Edwards, Cody Cleaver. Then we have Jeff Price in 8th, John Garrett's fallen in 9th, Dalton Hayes 10th, Chris Stamper 11th, Trenton Sneed in 12th, Scott Elston 13th, Jeremy Scherer 14th, Dan Reberchuk in 15th, Andrew Beach 16th, Cliff Mullins coming off the pit lane. What happened to Cliff? Sent him to the pits. Car was badly damaged. Where'd you get all that damage from, Cliff? Here he goes, by himself. Oh, hard into the outside wall coming out of turn number 4. That is what sent Cliff to the pits. The 11th sitting there as well, as is the 25. All this is under green. See anything that caused the 11 to have an issue. Jake Lawrence is down there. Jake's now 3 laps down in his 68 car. Jake was running good early on. Don't know what happened to him either. And then Dustin Adams just came off the pit lane. Trying to figure out what happened to him. Seems we missed a lot of cars taking damage when we didn't see them. Let's see if we can see what happened to the 25. Also just got up into the outside wall. Yeah, I see right front damage on it. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. 11 car back on the pit lane. A lot of strange things going on back in the back of the field. Hayden continues to lead by about 6.5 tenths. Clint Cox, Blake Giglio, Travis Martin, Ian Montrose, Mike Edwards, Cody Cleaver, Jeff Price, John Garrett, Dalton Hayes, Chris Stamper, Trenton Sneed. All those cars fairly close together. And you have Scott Elston about 2 seconds back. And Jeremy Scherer 14th, another 3 seconds back. Dan Reberchuk about 1.5 seconds back. Andrew Beach 3.5 to 16th. Cliff Mullins a whole lap behind. Number 37. He's right behind Beach. That is not for position between the two, as Cliff would have to make up a lap first. And Cody Cleaver trying to go around the outside of Mike Edwards. Their closest battling on track, according to all the numbers. Jeff Price makes his presence known. He's starting to look inside Cleaver. Cleaver catches the outside wall coming into turn 1. And open up the door for Price in that 45 Pontiac. Not quite able to capitalize. Starting to give a bit of a green flag look to it. Lowell, Clint, Blake Giglio, Travis Martin, and Ian Montrose. This is your tightest group of cars. Let's see if we can get a chat. He's probably live streaming his stuff. I'm sure we can drop in there. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. I didn't want to make your live feed stop, so I'm just going to come in here and talk to you.
Are you good?
Yeah, how's it going out there? You running in the 4th spot? Looks like you're just having a good time, making some laps.
Starting to lose the tires.
Oh, no.
Concentration
All-time high.
So you're saying I should go away. Got it.
Why say many word when few do trick?
Alright, but good luck.
Love your face.
Travis Martin in the 63 said the tire's starting to fall off. That was good. Good times. Clint's been running a little bit higher than Hayden. I think that's costing him tire because he's starting to slide it quite a bit in the 03. Blake's starting to make his move forward. I didn't see Blake hanging out tonight. Can't get a word with him. He's focused. Already talked to Clint during the caution, so I guess Hayden's the last one to talk to. I don't know if anybody really feels like listening to him brag about leading, but hey. Let's go talk to Hayden anyway. Hi, Hayden.
Hi, Swiss.
Looks like you're kind of on cruise control up there. You saving any tires, or are you kind of pushing?
No, just kind of chilling. I wouldn't say saving tire, but I'm not pushing either. Just trying to hit my marks, run some lap times, and really save the rear tires is the big thing right now.
How many laps can you go on fuel?
I believe we can go somewhere from like 33 to 37.
Well, you've gone 17, so how many more can you go from here?
I can go another 19.1, 19.0.
All right. We'll keep an eye on that. If we go green, it'll be right at stage, like right at stage.
Yeah, I really want to try to get past stage to before pitting.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
That is our leader, Hayden Lowell, letting us have a quick chat. Says the fuel's set to run out right at stage. That could make things spicy as drivers try to make it. Have different strategies on their fuel tanks. They all came down at the same time, but you know, different drivers have different fuel burn numbers. We'll see who does the best at making enough fuel to get past halfway and then come down pit road. Speaking of pit roads, the 11's back down pit lane. Not sure what's going on with that team. Don't have them in our driver chat, so we can't ask. What do we do? Let's go ask him. Eddie, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
We've seen you on and off pit lane quite a few times. What's going on with the number 11 team?
I'm junk, I'm terrible, and I
Oh no.
And then I got into encyclopedic.
Oh my gosh, we're having trouble getting on and off pit lane.
Terrible. Terrible. It's been ridiculous.
Alright, well, hopefully we get that figured out. Good luck to you. That's the 11 of Eddie Donahue. That's his story. He's having issues getting on and off the pit lane. Keeps getting penalties. Here comes Hayden. Hayden will put him 10 laps down next time he goes by him. Clint's now 1.4 seconds back and starting to fall into the clutches of Blake Giglio. Blake really in second place. Ian Montrose, Mike Edwards battle for fifth behind. Oof, Ian really kept him pinched down. Mikey had to check up. Ian will maintain that momentum and hang on to the spot. Got any other good battles going on? Trenton Sneed, Dalton Hayes. This is for 11th spot. Trenton's going to take the short way around, take over 11th, knocking on the door for that top 10. Back to second place. Blake wrapping the bottom there in that teal and black car. 89 Performance Artemis Esports Chevy. Well, Trenton and Dalton still trading that 11th spot. That's when he's explained to Eddie he can't hit in a drive-through. Gotcha. These two traded the 11th spot a couple more times after we stopped watching as someone's around ahead of him. It's John Garrett, maybe? And the 11, Eddie Donahue. There's our second caution. John Garrett looks to be pretty tore up. See what happens between the 11 and the 66. The 11 gets down by the apron, slides up the hill, gets into John Garrett. Nothing Garrett could do there. Gets taken out by the 11. The 11 has since Alt F Ford out of the race. After going 10 laps down, collecting John Garrett. Sure John not too pleased about that. You should have that passenger pair sitting down in the pits. Like Andrew Beach could be the lucky dog as Hayden has him a lap down. Was getting a nice long green flag look to it. And here come your lead lap machines. Cody Cleaver in the 2, going to roll the dice and stay out. Let's see if we can get a word with Cody, see what his thoughts are. Bold strategy, Cotton. How do we see this one playing out?
Misery.
Misery. Well, that's not very. Looks like Cliff's a little angry you stayed out.
Yep.
Oh
yeah,
well.
I don't blame him for that. I am probably going to regret this, but
You trying to make stage points or what?
I am trying to see if I can hang on for stage points and get in the way.
Good luck. I think in the way might be
nothing. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say I've been doing nothing but going backwards, so let's just go backwards at rapid speed.
Yeah, or you could cause a big stack up behind you that doesn't involve you and might get to the end and pick up some stage points. Who knows?
Now there's a thought.
Right? I'm trying to be
Yeah.
positive for you.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
10-4. Well, I see we put 2 American flags on the back because one just wasn't enough. Just let them know. Double marker.
Yes,
See
sir.
if we can find Cliff. I want to talk to. Let's bring him down here.
Oh, this will be good.
Gosh, you're so far down here. Cliff, DG, got a copy?
What?
Is there anything you'd like to say to Cody for not pitting there?
Fuck you.
Thank you, Cliff.
Good times. All right, boys. Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, Cliff, how's it going out there? Looks like you're pitting with the 1 lap down there, but now you're the first car 1 lap down and only car 1 lap down. Should get a lucky dog if you're the, not the cause of the caution. Got to hope for that, right?
Maybe.
Maybe, he says. What's been going on out there? How's the track? Very tight? I put it back in his chat. He's sounding grumpy. Alright, so Cody Cleaver stays out. He's going to roll the dice. It's been 26 laps since he's been to the pit lane. Fuel's going to be low for him, but he's trying to make it to stage. Hayden Lowell came down fuel only for him, so both of these cars on equal tires, the 2 and 56. Hayden more fuel, and Clint Cox took the set of tires, as did Blake Giglio and, well, everyone else. So it could be disaster on the front row. Hayden, why didn't you take a set of tires?
My thought is we can make it on one more stop, but I really don't like using half of my tires before halfway. I think with the way this race is going and the way this car handles, they're going to be useful to have those 2 sets a little later. So we're gambling with 2 wins in the bank. So, I mean, if it doesn't work out, no harm, no foul.
And for you and Cody, you're going to have the same tires here. We'll see how it works out for everybody.
If we get stage points, I'll be.
Yeah, that means the caution came out. That's the only way that's happening.
Yeah.
It's the only way it's happening.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rowdy says quit sounding logical. Or trying to sound logical. Let me put it correctly.
All right, in that case, I'm just a dumbass, and so something Hayden's fault. I don't know.
That is the SRL meme, right? It's always Hayden's fault.
We're just gonna roll with the punches at this point.
I mean, everybody in that Monday night race that you didn't have
punches.
anything to do with, it's still your fault.
Absolutely.
And when it's not Hayden's fault, it's Cliff's fault.
I'd expect nothing less from C2X.
And sometimes when it is Hayden's fault, it's still Cliff's fault.
Now I'm confused because it's always Hayden's fault. But if it's my fault, it can't be Cliff's fault.
That's not true. It can be both your faults.
It can be both our faults.
It's totally easy. All right, well, get set for the restart. Good luck.
My brain doesn't like this. Get out of here.
This is broadcasting, bitch. You get out. Good times. Field working out at turn number 4. Closing it on halfway. End of lap 55 will give out the halfway points. As the 2 of Cleaver and 56 of Hayden on old tires going to start in front of the whole field. We'll see how it goes. I have low expectation. Cleaver gets a decent jump. Cox is going to jump right in front of Hayden off the get-go. And we'll see how those fresh tires go against the old tires on the 2 and 56. As Clint Cox already reeling in the 2 leader Cody Cleaver. Clint's going to surge to the lead. Cody falls to second. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man's trying to take over third as they go 3 wide. Giglio through the middle. Hayden's hope for stage points drifting rapidly. Cleaver still in second as Travis Martin closes in on his back bumper. Jeff Price gets by Hayden Lowell. There's the Ghost Man. Travis Martin up to second, gets past Cody Cleaver. Blake Giglio will be the next one up to try and pass the Bucky's machine. He has Ian Montrose charging to the inside. Ian knows how to charge on fresh tires, and with the stage points coming out soon, he's trying to get his positions. Travis Martin gets a bit out of shape coming out of 4. That opens the door for Giglio to take second. Ian Montrose right there to try and pounce for third. It's the Ghost Man. Did not get out of turn number 4 very well. Jeff Price, welcome to the top 5s. He gets by Cody Cleaver. And Ian Montrose still working the Ghost Man. 5.5 to go so we give out those points. Hayden's already fallen all the way to 10th. Cody Cleaver in 8th. Hayden out of the top 10, out of the points. Dalton Hayes inside Cleaver. It seems like both cars are going to lose the gamble as Trenton is right there to try and take that last spot in the top 10. He goes past Cleaver. Actually, that's for 9th. Reberchuk behind them would be the one to knock him out. Hayden and Cleaver both took no tires here. Cleaver stayed out. Hayden took fuel only. They're dropping like a rock. Trenton's now 9th. Cleaver's the last one in the top 10 with those stage points winding out. I don't think Cody's going to get stage points either, as both Lawrence and Reberchuk are there. Although Lawrence not on the lead lap, so Reberchuk's the one that needs to pass him. Clint Cox way out in front, almost a full second on Giglio. Giglio has Montrose, Martin, Edwards, Stamper, and Price, your top 7. They're all bunched up. Then Hayes, Sneed, and Cleaver. Lawrence did get by, but not for position. Giglio kind of holding up the crew here. Uh-oh. That sounded like somebody was going around. That was Andrew Beach, and we get a caution. So Cleaver is going to get a point. Beach, is he by himself? There's the red and white 71 as they head into turn number 1. He sees what's going on in front of him with Hayden and the 15. He reacts to it and loses the car down. Oh my gosh. Scott Elston, that had to terrify him. Andrew Beach up and into the outside wall, trying to avoid Hayden, who was trying to avoid... I already forgot. Jeremy Scherer, there we go. Scherer hits the wall. Hayden tries to avoid, and Beach tries to avoid Hayden. Beach loses the car. And then overcorrects right in front of Scott Elston. We got to watch that on board. Holy cow. That was terrifying. See Scott Elston coming out of turn number 4. There goes Jeremy Scherer down towards the apron, then back up towards the wall right in front of Hayden. Then he hits the wall. Hayden moves down to avoid it. Gets Andrew Beach. Andrew goes down to the inside. Scott thinks he's fine. Then all of a sudden, holy cow. Andrew Beach goes right across his nose. Scott very fortunate there to not get swept up. Let's see if we can have a chat with Scott. So that had to be scary. Scott, DG, got a copy?
Sure do. How's it going?
It's going good. Does the crew have another set of pants ready for you? Because that was scary.
I sure hope so.
We watched your onboard, Andrew Beach, just by inches going by your nose and into the outside wall. I guess nothing really you even did to avoid it, just dumb luck.
I just let off a little bit, and everything I learned in dirt.
By the time you saw his car, it was already too late to miss him. So it was just that had to be just good luck right there.
Oh yeah, yeah, I was 99% luck.
Perfect. All right, sir. Good luck out there. We'll see if you can't pick up a few more spots here.
All right, sounds good.
Scott Elson in the 85, saying the crew does have a change of pants for him down in the pit lane, or at least he hopes so. Rolling to the end of the stage here at the end of this lap. Everybody in the top 10 will pick up points. It looks like Cody Cleaver has surrendered his 1 point to hit the pit lane. That'll move Reberchuk up into 10th. I think he'll get his first stage point of the season. I think. I don't study the points that hard, but I think. We'll very slowly get our points revealed as the field makes our way to the start-finish line. Wait for Clint Cox to hit the line. There we go. Clint Cox with 10 points. Giglio 9. Montrose 8. Edwards 7. Travis Martin 6. Chris Tamper 5. Jeff Price 4. Dalton Hayes 3. Trenton Sneed 2. And now it shows Jeremy Scherer picked up that final point as Reberchuk hit the pit lane. So there you go. Jeremy Scherer getting the last point in the stage. Let's see what Scherer thinks of this. Jeremy, DG, got a copy? Well, surprisingly, you just picked up a stage point. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Oh, yeah, I'll take whatever I can get. I did not even notice.
Yeah, Cody Cleaver pit gave it to Reberchuk. The Reberchuk pit gave it to you.
I'm having a horrible time here, so I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah, it looked like you got a little bit into the outside wall there just in front of Hayden and kind of set off that wreck. What was going on in your car there?
Yeah, I don't know who was in front of me, but I was about to hit him. I was trying to let up, and it got loose.
Got loose, cinched up in the outside wall, then Hayden tried to avoid you, and then when Hayden avoided you, he turned towards Beach. Beach got scared. Beach turned to the apron, lost control of the car, and turned back to the outside wall right in front of Scott.
Yeah, I don't know if it was blocking or what, but I just didn't want to run over someone again, so...
And four. Well, we're halfway. That's the good news, right?
Yes, the best of news.
Less than another half to go. Good luck to you.
Thanks, man.
Jeremy Scherer in the 15. Letting us chat with them as we're getting set for action to resume. It's like 2 cars out of the race. Andrew Beach and Eddie Donahue. Jake Lawrence 3 laps down, 17th. Dustin Adams 4 laps down in 18th. Those 2 cars have had quite a few repairs. And everyone in the top 16 is on the lead lap. They are Clint Cox, Blake Giglio, Ian Montrose, Mike Edwards, Travis Martin, Jeff Price, Chris Stamper, Trenton Sneed, Dalton Hayes, Scott Elston, Jeremy Scherer, Hayden Lowell 12th, Cody Cleaver 13th, yeah, Dan Reberchuk 14th, John Garrett 15th, and Cliff Mullins. That is your 16 lead lap cars as we work out of turn number 4. We'll get ready for the restart. Yes, I said restart. There goes the face car. Ford Mustang makes that sharp left. Clint Cox, your leader. Now white and red 03. Top 11 cars with 12 lap old tires. Fresh tires, Cody Cleaver in 12th, Haven Lowell 13th, Dan Reberchuk in 14th, John Garrett 15th. All those cars, I believe, at Cliff Mullins bolted on fresh tires. So we'll see if they're able to come up from the back and make some moves. Ventures looked at the inside of Giglio, thought better of it. Travis Martin trying to clear Stamper. Side by side for the 5th spot. Check in where those tires are coming from. There's Hayden getting by Elston. Trent Steed gets by teammate Jeff Price. And Stamper still side by side behind the top 4. Just noticed we had a setup on. Oh, Martin, big wiggle into 63. He's going to lose spots to Stamper and the 47 of Hayes. Trenton Sneed's going to try to capitalize on his loss of momentum. I think Trenton's quite going to get there. He definitely got much closer. And look at the back. Hayden Lowell's up into the top 10 already. Cody Cleaver right there in 11th. Both of them took fresh tires from that last stop. Next car for them to work on is that 45 of Jeff Price. 50 laps to go. The Nashville Super Speedway, the Arc Music Cup Series. John Garrett, Cliff Mullins. Mullins getting by Garrett. Garrett may not have taken tires. Battle heating up front. Montrose right on the back bumper. Blake Giglio. He's having to check up not to wreck Blake. He's so close to it. It's allowing Edwards to close in the 14. Green and black machine. And Dalton Hayes, Chris Stamper side by side for 5th. Hayden Law moves up to 9th. Cody Cleaver jumps up into 10th. About 7 laps away from the J Munch lap. Hello, J Munch. Welcome on in. Hayes and Stamper continue to battle for 5th, and that's letting everybody catch up. And Montrose and Edwards side by side for 3rd. Edwards probably had a run to the outside and didn't want to lift. Hayden Law already up to 8th. He is right on the door for 5th here. Run by the Travis Martin machine. Now has Stamper and Hayes to deal with. I think he's going to jump up on the outside of Stamper. Hayes is going to be square in his way. Hayes moves down the track in front of Stamper. See if Hayden can get to the outside. Not quite there just yet. There's Trenton in the background behind the 2 of Cleaver. Trenton hanging on to the last spot in the top 10. I think Hayden finally has the outside of Dalton Hayes here. And 56 Napa car will move into the top 5. That's what fresh tires look like. It's only a 12 lap difference, but enough difference that it's getting Hayden all the way up to the top 5. Mike Edwards is past Montrose for that 3rd spot. Edwards now looks outside Giglio. This is your top 4. Clint Cox, Blake Giglio, Mike Edwards, and Ian Montrose. Mikey turns his left, gets inside Blake. Cody Cleaver gets by Travis Martin for 8th while we watch this. Blake able to hold off Mikey. Stamper, Cleaver, Martin, and Sneed. Should be one more stop for everybody. Could be why so many drivers didn't hit there. Heard Hayden say about 37 laps-ish on a run. And Cox still leads. Blake Giglio, Mike Edwards battle for 2nd once again. Edwards trying to get to his outside. 14 car seems to be handling better on the outside line. Shows Blake the nose, bottom. Blake gives it to him, lets him have all the air he wants down there, but not able to get alongside. Here comes that Napa Chevrolet creeping in on his top 4. Just a ton of speed for the 56. All 4 of these cars have 10 lap older tires than Hayden. Continues to lead. Let's watch Hayden try to set him up on the roof of his car. That's not the roof of his car, that's where the actual roof of his car. There we go. He's going to set up Montrose, get to the inside. So he's able to clear. Moves him up to the 4th spot. Now we'll watch for Montrose. We'll have a good view of this. Right on the Autism Awareness Chevy. See battle for the lead. Giglio looks to the inside of Cox, but Cox able to drive it off the corner a little better. Watch Hayden trying to set up Mike Edwards. See both the 1st and 3rd place spots being contested. Nothing happening up front, but Hayden takes over 3rd. We'll go with Mikey. Watch Hayden watching the battle for the lead. Mikey's back in, kicking out a little bit there. Trying to keep up with Hayden, I'm sure. On board with the Napa Chevy. Watch the battle for the lead between Giglio and Cox. See if Hayden takes his time or if he really charges for it. Drop into turn number 3. Right around the bottom. Blake sees the Napa car coming, wants to get past Cox. Keeps looking to the inside, but Clint's able to keep the momentum, entering a lane higher. Slip back from Clint's car. And here's the field behind. On board the race leader, Clint Cox. See Blake Giglio and Hayden Lowell. Across the line to complete lap 72. Blake tried to exit the corner a little bit lower. Just couldn't quite keep it there. Dives it down to the inside. See his back end sliding a bit there. Clint's going to be able to clear back out in front. I think Hayden's content to wait a little bit. Blake's trying to set him up and get to the inside. That sounded bad. And we have a caution. Chris Stamper, Dalton Hayes. Oh, Jeff Price. There's Jeff Price getting into the back of Chris Stamper. Up there. Sends Stamper around hard. Looks like Dalton Hayes, Jake Lawrence pile into it late. Dalton checks up for the wreck ahead. Jake Lawrence not able to stay off his back bumper. Pushes him into Price. What happened there? Let's drone chase this shot. Looks like he checked up for Travis Martin ahead of him, and Jeff Price gets in the back of him. Let's try that one from Jeff's cam. And there's where Dalton and Jake come in, and Cliff Mullins. And Jake would have been the lucky dog if he didn't hit Dalton there. Unfortunate for Jake. See, Dalton's just trying to stay out of the wreck as they come down the front stretch and enter turn 1. Cliff Mullins sneaks right through the middle there, makes a little contact. Cliff will take the extra spots. I'm sure there's Trenton right behind him. I think Trenton's going to be okay. Oof. So close for Trent. Looks like everybody's hitting the pit lane. So you watch this one more time, see if Trenton makes it through or not. Good job, Trenton, not getting any damage. Everybody coming off the pit lane. Looks like 4 tires for just about everybody. Let's run through it. Clint Cox, 4 tires and fuel. Same for Blake, same for Hayden. Mikey shows a .01, but I'm going to assume, since he's 4th, that he did the same. He shows the same there. Travis Martin, tires and fuel. Cody Cleaver, Jeff Price, Trenton Sneed, Jeremy Shearer, Cliff Mullins, Dan Ribershock, Chris Stamper, Scott Elston, John Garrett. Looks like they all took a set of tires here. And that makes you wonder who still has a set and who doesn't. Let's go ask Michael. Mikey, DG, got a copy?
Hi.
Hi. Do you have any tires left after that?
I got one left.
1 set left. 10-4. I was kind of wondering what everybody was looking like. You've taken tires every caution just about, haven't you? Except for one.
Yeah, tire fall off happens quick.
Yeah. I was just seeing how many sets of tires you were given tonight. So I was trying to do the math in my head.
Total.
Yeah. Looks like it's been kind of fun out there, even up towards the front most of the night. How is it?
Yeah, it's fun. I don't have a chance for the other guys, though. I kind of sent it that last run and really went nowhere. I'm just going to not die.
Not dying, hope for top 5. That seems the name of the game tonight, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and they'll all crash out, but you never know with this
I mean, it could happen. Very well could have. All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Mike Edwards in the 14. Currently running in the 4th spot. Here goes the 25, getting one of his laps back, going from 4 laps down to 3 laps down. As we saw Jake Lawrence involved in the caution, he's going to take the wave around, go from 3 laps down to 2 laps down, but he doesn't get to pit. It's been 31 laps since that car's been to the pit lane. He's going to be hoping for a quick caution, or he'll have to pit under green and go back down those laps. If he can get a quick early caution and not be part of it, he can make up 2 laps that way. This one that he just gets the wave around for, and the one he'll be getting the lucky dog for. Because he is the only car 2 laps down. Cosmic Brownie's car goes back around. Clint Cox, your leader. Blake Giglio in second. All Chevrolet top 5. The first Ford is running in 6th. Cody Cleaver doesn't even have a manufacturer. It's about a fake Dodge. Is the best we can call it. Jeff Price in the Pontiac in 8th. Trenton Sneed in the Corvette is 9th. And Jeremy Scherer in a Mustang is 10th. First Toyota is Dan Reberchak in 11th. And Elston a Chevy, Garrett a Chevy, Hayes a Chevy, Stamper a Chevy, Mullins a Pontiac, Lawrence, Gordy and Jake Chevy, there you go. Adams also a Chevy. A lot of Chevrolets in this race. Lights are out on Ford Mustang pace car as it makes its way out of turn number 4. We'll see it make that sharp left down the pit lane. Clint Cox gets the control of the field. And here we go, back to green flag racing to start lap 79 of 110. We're getting down to it. Everybody can make it on fuel from here, so that's no longer an issue. Cox jumps out to the lead. Giglio second, Hayden Lowell third, Edwards fourth. And you have side by side Montrose and Martin. They battle for that 5th spot. Behind them, that's Cleaver getting by Price. Trenton Sneed in 9th, right behind them. We'll stay with this blue car battle. Cox and Giglio. Blake's going for the lead down on the inside. Hayden's right behind him. Giglio a bit out of shape, so that back in dance around. Cox is going to surge back ahead. These 3 cars have been the class of the timing sheets. Now they are top of the charts in the race. And all on equal tire. We'll see how this shakes out. 30.5 laps to go in Nashville. Giglio and Cox side by side all the way around the track. And they'll cross the start finish still side by side. We saw Cox fight for the lead against Hayden Lowell at the start of the race. Now he's fighting Giglio the same manner, hanging on tough on that outside. Giglio gave him a little door contact there. Blake trying to get his entry into the corner, push Cox up the hill. But Cox fighting back on that outside lane. Hayden Lowell trying to figure out which way to go. I think he's just kind of biding his time behind the 2 of them. Blake gets the nose out entering the corner. And have the short way around through 1 and 2. Cox will not be denied on that high lane. Stays right on out there. Giglio gets right to his door. Some good side-by-side action here in Nashville. Man, that's so close. Let's go watch it from Hayden Lowell's car. Right on board. Watch this lead paddle. See the different lines they're running. See Blake's car step sideways there coming out of turn number 2. That's going to give Cox the advantage down the backstretch, and he will clear Blake Giglio. Blake tucks back in line to get the entry into 3. Shows him the nose once again, but Cox does not care. See Giglio's car stepping out a little bit. Really cool shot to be able to follow behind this battle and see what's going on with the cars. Seems that's kind of settled in. Let's go see what else we got going on through the field. We'll jump back up here if they get side by side again. That's your top 3. Cox, Giglio, and Lowell. As Giglio and Lowell have a different exit strategy out of the corner. It looks kind of awkward, but they get it sorted back out. Edwards in 4th. Montrose in 5th. Travis Martin is 6th. Jeff Price 7th. There's Trent Sneed in 8th. Trenton has the 2 of Cody Cleaver right on his back bumper. And then 8th, Jeremy Scherer. 9th. Jeremy Scherer is 10th. Chris Stamper 11th, trying to rebound from that wreck. John Garrett is 12th. Cliff Mullins 13th. Dan Reberchuk 14th. Scott Elston 15th. And Dalton Hayes. Something happened to Dalton. He's fallen so far behind the field. Like Jake Lawrence is slowing down and coming to the pit lane. We knew he'd have to pit relatively soon after he took that wave around. Did not get the caution he needs, so he's going to end up going back another lap or 2 down. Cody Cleaver, Jeff Price, that is for 8th. Cleaver up into the 8th spot. Travis Martin, Ian Montrose. Those blue cars still right there together. The top 6 all relatively close together. Lowell looking inside of Giglio. Andrew Beach wasting the lightning in chat. He's done for the night in 19th. Lowell does get to the inside of the 16 of Giglio. Blake seems to let him go. Checks up into the corner entry. Lets Hayden charge in there. See if Hayden has anything for Cox as Giglio gets sideways again coming out of 2. So Hayden up to 2nd. See if he has anything for the 03 of Clint Cox. He's right through the back bumper. I think he's got plenty for Cox. Mike Edwards, meanwhile, is falling back into the clutches of Montrose. Hayden looked a little bit high there. See if he's just trying to set up corner exit. Hayden trying to get inside Cox. Not quite able to get low enough. So close, he's nearly touching Cox. So close. Just about pushing him. Now he gets to the inside of Cox. Oh, Cox gets a bit out of shape coming off the corner. Starts to slide towards Hayden. That had to scare him a little bit. And Hayden's going to clear to the race lead. 20 laps to go. Giglio tries to keep the door open. Cox slams it closed. That is going to be advantage Hayden. Giglio not able to follow through and keep up with Hayden. Blake looks to the bottom once again. Trying to take that 2nd spot. Just the line Clint runs. He enters the corner kind of high, maybe like a middle line, then drops down on exit. Straightens out the exit. Hayden a bit out of shape coming out of 2. Far enough in the lead that it did not matter. Hayden leads Clint, Cox, Blake, Giglio, Mike Edwards, and Ian Montrose. Cox still putting the pressure on Hayden. Hayden was completely sideways coming out of turn number 4. A little surprised. Hayden's being so sloppy on his tires. Cox has the fender in there. Cox trying to push air on Hayden's rear spoiler and pull him back, but not able to do so. Hayden's momentum on the high lane prevails. Montrose 5th, Martin 6th, Trenton Sneeds up to 7th now. Jeff Price in 8th, Cody Cleaver 9th, Chris Stamper your top 10. John Garrett in 11th, Jeremy Scherer 12th, Cliff Mullins 13th, and Scott Elston and Dan Reberchuk. Dalton Hayes 13 seconds behind the field in his 47 car. Justin Adams 2 laps down. Jake Lawrence now showing 3 laps down after he had to hit the pit lane. Both those cars are 2 laps down, but Dustin Adams is ahead should the yellow come up. Hayden now 2/10 gap over Cox, who's trying to hold off Blake Giglio. Blake looks to the inside. Blake's going to get it done here. It's a bit out of shape and a wiggle just coming off the corner, but still clears the 0-3. And Giglio gets out ahead of Cox. Now Edwards, Mr. GFEA, looking for his way past. Travis Martin getting to the inside of Ian Montrose. That's for 5th. Trenton Sneed trying to take advantage in the 81 Corvette. Martin up into the top 5. Edwards still working on trying to find a way past the 03. Siamese is back to watch all the action. Hayden just a little bit of breathing room, about a half second on Giglio. Blake has Clint Cox and Mike Edwards hot on his tail. And you have Travis Martin in 5th, Montrose 6th. Trenton's reeled in Montrose, trying to get that 6th spot away. And then you have Jeff Price, Cody Cleaver, and Chris Stamper. Stamper working on Cleaver for that 9th spot. Battles going on everywhere in this top 10. And we'll flip the lead. It's Hayden. There's about a 3/10 gap on Giglio. Let's see if Blake saved anything for Hayden. He starts to reel him in a bit. And Cox just brushed the outside wall entering turn 1. Blake down to 2.5. Eugene half a tenth here, half a tenth there. He'll be there in a few laps. Got out of 4 pretty good that time, did Blake. Well, laps to go from Nashville. Things are starting to inch closer together up front. First time we've seen it under 2/10, gets down to 0.18. As Blake's able to back up the corner a little bit more than Hayden. Gives him a better run off the corner. He is right there. Battle for the lead. Blake has caught Hayden once again. Edwards still trying to find a way past Clint Cox. Not missed anything there. Blake running a little bit more of a Clint Cox line where he's letting it roll a little bit higher on entry. He's right on the back bumper of that Napa Chevy. He's trying to roll to the outside of Hayden. And he lost momentum there. The back end started to step out on him. He's going to drop back again, about 2/10. Cox is starting to reel in Blake once again. Actually put a little bit of gap on Edwards. And they all pulled away from Travis. Travis kind of by himself. Then there's Martin trying to hold off Sneed. Montrose trying to hold off Sneed in 6th and 7th. Then you have Cleaver and Stamper. Jeff Price is falling way back from this group. Pontiac struggling to get to the end. See some right side damage to it. John Garrett trying to take that last spot in the top 10 now. It's Jeff Price. He has left front damage and right side damage in that car. I think Price will be happy to get out of here. Under 10 laps to go. Jeremy Scherer trying to take 11th now. And we'll go back up front. It's Cliff Mullins probably going to take 12th. Giglio looking inside Hayden Lowell here. 8 laps to go. No love lost between the two. Not to the level of Giglio and Mullins, but pretty strong. I'm sure they'll race hard but clean as long as they can. And then who knows what will happen at the end. Cox doing a great job holding off Edwards. And Jeff Price has hit the pit lane and looks like he may have rolled that forward out. We saw Price struggling there. Four cars all nose to tail. Trying to decide who wins this one at Nashville with 7 laps to go. Giglio briefly got inside Hayden Lowell, but did not have enough momentum off the corner to stay there. Let's see if Blake can set him up again. It's just 1/10 between the two. Camper apparently doored Jeff Price, according to our chat. Tough way to go out, if true. Blake right on Hayden's back bumper. He's looking to the inside, coming off turn number 4. Hayden gets a big wiggle. He's going to try to bully Blake. Blake's not having it. Keeps the nose down there. He'll have the inside line going into 1. Tries to back up the corner a little bit. Hayden drives it in deep. Blake keeps his car down around the bottom. We've seen it very difficult to make the pass on the bottom side. We'll see if he can keep the nose in there. Hayden not clear. Blake keeps the nose in 3 and 4. See if Blake gets the elbows out or if Hayden tries to push back, keep him pinched down. Go side by side with 5 laps to go for the lead. Now the 03 of Clint Cox enters his way into the picture. Oh, dear Lord, are we about to go 3 wide for this thing? I think Cox got Giglio a little loose there. Saw the 16 wiggle a little bit. Mike Edwards decided to close in there. Contact between the 16 and 56. First time we've seen him bang the doors, cross the line, 3 to go. Hayden leads that lap. Blake charges it in down low. And Hayden hangs tough on the outside. Blake really got a good corner that time. And the caution waves with Blake Giglio in the lead. That could be all Blake needs. What a rough time for that caution to come out. We were having a great time with that battle for the lead. Let's see if we can find what happened. Doesn't seem to be Jake. Maybe it was Adams? I don't know. So we were chucking Adams. I don't see anything there. I just went to the first car with red in their name. Oh, there he goes. Yup. 25 Adams loses it right in front of Reberchuk. Jake Lawrence makes his way by. So last place car, Dustin Adams, a Rex. And that top 4 battle was great. We'll have to see what happens now. I'm sure if you have tires, you're coming to get them, even with 2 to go. Tires mean that much here with the fall off. And Clint Cox stays out. See how many stay with him. So far, no one else. Dalton Hayes. Dalton Hayes is going to stay with him. So the front row will be Clint Cox, Dalton Hayes. Chris Stamper has stayed out. There you go. 3 cars stay out. Clint Cox, Chris Stamper, Dalton Hayes. Hayden Lowell, 4 fresh tires. Blake Giglio, 4 fresh tires. They'll be 4th and 5th, just who's ahead of the other. Looks like it'll be Blake. Blake ahead of Hayden. Blake will be 4th, Hayden 5th, Edwards 6th, Travis Martin 7th, Montrose 8th, Cleaver 9th, Trenton Sneed 10th, John Garrett 11th, Cliff Mullins 12th, Jeremy Scherer 13th, Scott Elson 14th, Reberchuk 15th. All in the lead lap, all on 4 fresh Goodyear tires. This is going to get wild. This is going to be like Monday. If you weren't there, Monday was a very long green flag run and then a late caution. Set up some wildness. Blake trying to get some heat in the tires there. 16 team. Hayden doing the same, scrubbing it across the change in banking there, which actually does do a little bit of good. You mean the 03 of Cox will be wrecked? I don't know. 2-lap shootout. He gets to control it. He has 2 cars behind him on old tires. There's 3 cars at the front on 33-lap old tires or 35, depending on when they stopped. Cox and Hayes, 35-lap old tires. Stamper, 33. Someone with new tires will rear-end them. Probably, but which one? There's 3 of them. You have to get past the other 2 to get to Clint. Blake will be 4th on brand new tires. Hayden 5th, brand new tires. Let's have a chat with Chris Stamper. We haven't talked to him. Well, Chris, we've stayed out along with your teammate on old tires. You just trying to be a good teammate there in second, or how's this going to play out?
You gotta go for it. I gotta risk it for the biscuit. I was gonna finish 6th, and I gotta win, so I figured, you know what the hell, we might as well take a shot at it.
And 4, you think you got anything for Clint? He's been awful fast tonight.
Absolutely not, but I'm just, I'm happy to be here. He deserves this one. He's been up there all night, but I'm just gonna try to not be 15th by the backstretch.
All right, Sand 4, good luck.
Thanks.
Doesn't want to be 15th by the backstretch. That would be the last place lead lap car, so wow, that'd be quite the fall from grace. Let's see if... let's have a quick chat with Dalton. Dalton, DG, real quick, you got a copy?
Sure.
Well, we stayed out there along with the 2 ahead of you. What do you think, maybe getting a top 10, or what's your goal here?
Well, if I had to be very bluntly honest with you, I'm expecting to get turned by the 56 going into turn 1.
That early, huh?
Well, it's Hayden Lowell, and he's going to be wanting to go, so probably.
10-4. Well, good luck. Don't die. Have fun.
Thank you. I'll really hope the last part is achievable.
Dalton is giving us a quick interview there in 3rd. Says he hopes the have fun is achievable. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Pace car is off. Green, white, checker time. Clint Cox, 03. Old tires along with 69 and 47. Here we go. Green flag is out. Cox gets his restarted. The 69 gets turned into the outside wall. We should see a caution really quickly, and there it is. Stamper, right off the bat. Did he spin him, or did he get turned? Yeah, they waited to go until the actual green flag dropped on that one. They didn't go early. Blake gets up underneath them and turns them. Gets his back wheels off the ground. Blake Giglio turns the 69 of Stamper at the front of the field into the outside wall. I'm sure driver chat is wonderful right about now. Why we've had it muted all day. 69 was holding back and didn't go. He has to wait until the guy on the inside goes. Let's take another look at it. But inside wasn't going either. He can't go. O3's not going. O3's not going. O3 goes there. And as soon as the green flag goes, Blake lifts him up off the ground. Because they waited till the end of the restart zone, which is when the green flag flies. He spun the tires? Oh, I guess he did. Blake was underneath him. that's why he spun the tires. Right there. See, Blake's already pushing him? And that's when the car gets out of shape. So yeah, I mean, he definitely spun the tires because he was off the ground. Exactly, Dan. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, tire spun because he was lifted. Cox gets to try it again. No longer has his teammate up there. Now Dalton Hayes will be on that outside line. Hayden Lowell will be directly behind Clint Cox. Blake Giglio will be directly behind Dalton Hayes. Travis Martin could be in the catbird seat in 5th if all hell breaks loose. Dan says it's Hayden's turn to turn someone. Let's have another chat with Trappy Trav. Hi, Travis.
Hi, DG.
Well, it looks like Dalton Hayes is pitting, so you're going to actually restart 4th here. You could be in the catbird seat with the old tires up there. You never know what's going to happen. What do you think you can pull out here?
We'll see. I haven't really been the best on restarts here, so we'll see what happens. I'm more of a long run guy. So honestly, I was really hoping to not see that caution. I was gonna be happy with this, but now we might finish P4. That should be pretty cool. We got Michael behind us. He's fast. We got Ian behind us. He's fast. We got Cody behind us. He's fast. We got Blake in front of us, and Clint, and they're all fast. So you know, it's a bit of a predicament.
You're the long run guy there in 4th, and you got 3 guys that are very good on short runs behind you.
Yeah, you know, we're just gonna send it, baby.
10-4, it's all you can do with 2 laps to go. Last laps of the race can't hold back now.
To do. It's the rules.
I had to say that for Rowdy. All right, bud. Well, good luck. We'll see what you can pull out of this, and who knows? Maybe there's just an eternity of doom ahead of you, and you just sneak on through there.
We'll see, brother.
10-4, good luck. Travis Chad back down in his chat so he can get his video going again for his team. Let's see if Ian's hanging around. There he is. Ian, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Well, this is what you're made for, right? Fresh tires, short runs?
Yeah. Everybody else, you're right. So,
yeah.
We'll
Everybody but Clint.
It's been a fun race, DJ. I don't know what it's been like up in the booth, but
entertaining.
Fun track. Not a lot of grip. You just have to be really patient. I thought I was being more patient than everybody else, but people were driving away from me at the end there, so I'm kind of questioning everything at this point.
I mean, I've never really put you and patient in the same paragraph, let alone sentence. So
we're trying, okay? Like seeing a therapist, we're trying here.
All right. Well, what do you predict here for the last 2 laps?
Wow, it's going to be a shootout right here. No saving whatsoever. Put the brake bias all the way to the front and give it our best shot here. Hopefully we can go for a top 5, top 3 would be great, but yeah, hoping we can beat Mikey here and get a top 5. We'll see what happens.
10-4, good luck.
Cheers, dude.
Ian Montrose half a lap away from the green flag. Cox, your leader on old tires. Dalton Hayes pit. Went to the back. I think he needed fuel. It's going to be close on fuel for Cox as well. We'll see if he runs out, has enough tire, makes it to the end. Hayden Lowell's on fresh tires. Pace car is out of the way. We're set for the restart. When does Cox decide to go? He waited all the way until the green last time. He gets the bump from Giglio and he takes off. Blake goes with him. Blake's going to challenge Hayden for second. Clint loves seeing that in his mirror. We'll see if they can stay side by side. They're going to charge it in deep. They're going to make contact behind him. Hayden Lowell and Blake Giglio make contact. Blake's going to go around, up and into the air. Goes to 16, the 63. Travis Martin goes with. We have 7th caution. We are going to overtime number 3. 3rd and final attempt at the green-white checker. Wow. Giglio and Hayden made contact. Let's watch this one from Blake. Oh my gosh. Well timed there. Blake really sending it, gets loose, chases up the hill, bounces off the 56, which turns him up the track a bit and gets him out of the way. Hayden's actually saved by that. Let's go back and watch Blake as he struggles to hang on to it. Back end comes around, he saves it, goes around again. Travis gets into him. Travis gets pushed up and into the air by Cleaver. Clips Mullins in there. Reaver Chalk bounces off of him. Giglio immediately alt F4. We can't watch the rest of the wreck. But that was Blake. Poor Blake. Been a rough week for him. That's why Travis Martin doing nothing wrong. Sees this happening in front of him. Blake gets turned. Then Cleaver goes up and underneath the Ghost Man. Oh my gosh, Dalton Hayes I think went under Cleaver. Jake Lawrence bounces off of Travis. Wow, this got wild at the end. Watch Dalton. Boom, right underneath Cody Cleaver goes the 47 of Dalton Hayes. I think Stamper may have avoided everything way down in the grass. Yeah, Great move by Stamper to go way down to the grass. Avoids everything. Wow. My goodness gracious. I'm gonna have to get in the cockpit of one of these cars. How about Cliff Mullins? Let's go into the cockpit with the 37 of Cliff Mullins. Clint Cox may have to pit here. Hayden Lowell is scored as the leader, by the way. Oh my gosh. No. Clint got a black flag on the restart, did he? What did he get a black on the restart for? He's the leader. Let's go back and look at that restart for Clint Cox. What games was he playing? We don't have restart zones here, so that's a little awkward. He can go anywhere. Blake gets into his back bumper, and then he goes. I don't see... Oh, for slowing down? So Hayden's basically trying to give himself the win? Question mark? That's awkward. That's something you would do after the race, not in the race. I mean, everyone does that because that's just how cars work. You know? You speed up to the speed limit, you let off the gas pedal a little bit, the car slows down. It's natural. As long as it's not egregious like your brake check would be. I mean, that might be true, but we never black flag in the race. We always do it after the race. It's like a post-race protest thing. It's not an in-the-race decision. The only time I do think in a race is when people are intent wrecking me and douchebags and I'll boot them. Wow. Okay then. I'm sure that group will be very unhappy with that decision. Don't blame them. Jake Lawrence now, by the way, only one lap down. Keep at it, Jake. You might get it. What, Jeff? There goes the pace car onto pit lane. There goes Hayden jumping out to the lead. We'll watch the battle for second as Montrose and Edwards side by side. Looks like Montrose is going to clear Edwards into turn one. You have Cody Cleaver, Trenton Steed battling in the back part of the top five. John Garrett right there trying to crash that party. Garrett gets out of shape coming out of two. Seen that a lot out of the 66 tonight. Trenton takes over fourth from Cleaver. John Garrett tried to hold off Cleaver, the 15 and the 69 of Stamper. The white flag is in the air. Montrose and Edwards battle for second. Not quite able to get up to the lead. Looks like Montrose is going to be able to hold off Edwards for that second spot. Trenton Steed will bring it home fourth. John Garrett picks up a top 5 ahead of, well, looks like there's a crash right at the line. Now it shows Jeremy Scherer 6th, Travis Martin crossing 7th, Chris Stamper 8th, Cody Cleaver 9th, and Clint Cox round out your top 10. 03 really got tore up there. Let's see. Going to the line. Oh, Dalton Hayes gets turned by Jake Lawrence again. Second time that's happened. Turns him right down into Scott Elston. Elston goes around. A lumpy race that got to be at the end. Oh man. Right into his teammate, but at least it was over by then. Alright, if we can get Mike Edwards, Ian Montrose, and the winner to the waiting room, please. Go ahead and get everybody up on the screen. Let's bring in Mikey. Michael DG, got a copy?
Hi.
Hi. Well, that was a race.
Yeah.
Of all the races, that was one.
Yeah. It's kind of a waste of time, but it's how it goes.
Waste of time? You got a top 3.
I mean, when it's rigged for the admin, I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
very strong opinion.
I was going to stay away from that one, but you went there.
I think the whole field kind of thinks the same. I mean, if it was going to be dealt with, do it from the start or just wait till after the race. Because I mean, I don't know. I should have started gifting myself wins when I was admin.
Kind of my thought also with the should be post race, but you know, I was going to leave it alone and just do my interviews. We got the 3rd place finish here in the Fort Worth screen printing DGSRacing.com Chevrolet. Do you have any friends, family, sponsor shout outs for your 3rd place run today?
Fort Worth Screen Printing, KVRP, you for making this paint, EPI, Dockside Reynolds, Labor 12, all the teammates, and then shout out to Ian for racing me clean. That was fun, off and on our race. So, yeah, I'm going to bed.
10-4, good night.
Later.
Mike Edwards brings it home in that 3rd spot. Let's go get Ian Montrose in the 1. Ian DG, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you were going to be happy with, the back part of that top 5. You're bringing home 2nd. How good does that feel?
Feels very good, yeah. I mean, obviously, with the shenanigans that happened, you don't really want that kind of way to move yourself forward, but, you know, we'll take the positions. And P2, honestly, with the way that I was driving, I was trying to play it cautious, but, you know, definitely have speed on the short run. That was never a problem, so,
Right.
yeah, pretty happy.
Yeah, that played right into your strengths with all those little green-white checkers there. You bring it home P2. Had to be pretty happy with that result. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Cody, my teammate. I'd like to thank Hayden for throwing on the league. I'd like to thank Arc, right? Is it Arc?
Arc Music, yep.
Yes, yeah, Arc Music.
I said it your
Sponsoring
way.
the league. I'm Rob Burgundy. It's
Right.
kind of very... I'd like to thank yourself, DG, for broadcasting. Appreciate everything that you do. I'd like to thank the jury. I'd like to... Zing! Just like to... I'd like to thank my wife as well, but honestly, appreciate everybody coming out tonight. That was a really fun race and a good track and car combination. So yeah,
How's
cool.
the brakes? You got good brakes on that car?
Towards the end of the stint, no, but honestly, the brakes. I wasn't actually using the brakes for the first 10 to 15 laps, and then started dabbing on them a little bit. So I was lifting off a little bit early just to get some bite into the corner, but yeah, no, starting to figure this stuff out, so I'm excited.
Since you didn't get the joke, how about if you spin it out and you got good brakes then?
That's what you were getting at. Okay. We'll see. How long is it going to take? A calendar year at least to get this one?
Minimum.
Okay. I'll break out my calendar then.
Good point.
No
All right.
worries.
Congrats on that P2 run. Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, DG. Thanks again.
Yeah, Montrose bringing it home P2. Now we try to track down the 56 of Hayden Long. And there he is. Hayden, DG, got a copy?
Hi, Swiss.
Hello. Well, we pull off the win here at, where are we, Kentucky? Nashville? All these concrete tracks look the same, except Dover.
Dover does look different.
It does. Well, we get the win tonight in that Napa Chevy. How do we feel about the race tonight?
Yeah, I would really like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, Madigan Motorsports, and C2X for the car we brought tonight.
10-4. No thoughts on the race at all. Just thanks to sponsors.
I'd like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, and Madigan Motorsports for the car we brought tonight.
Somebody sounds like they're Marshawn Lynch.
Would like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, Madigan Motorsports, and C2X for the car we brought tonight.
When's the next Spit and Venom podcast?
Would like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, Madigan Motorsports, and C2X for the car we brought tonight.
When are we going to see Joseph Madigan back in the series?
I've got no fucking clue.
All right, but get on out of here. Hayden Wall trying to be very political about his answers, and I went ahead and just made him say it 4 or 5 times for my entertainment. Hopefully it entertained you guys as well. Thanks to Arc Music for putting on our Cup Series. Appreciate all they do for us. Thank you so much. Thanks, Hayden, for putting on this series. And yeah, that's going to do it from... I had to think about it again until the wall started going by. Nashville Super Speedway. Let's look at our final results from the race tonight. We have a 2-pager. We have Hayden Knoll getting the win. Ian Montrose, Mike Edwards, your top 3. John Garrett and Trenton Sneed pick up podium finishes. I said that all backwards. How about we start over? Hayden Knoll, Ian Montrose, and Mike Edwards get podium finishes. Trenton Sneed and John Garrett pick up top 5s. Jeremy Scherer, Travis Martin, Chris Stamper, Cody Cleaver, and Clint Cox, your top 10. Page 2, you have Dalton Hayes, Cliff Mullins, Scott Elston, Jake Lawrence, Stan Reaperchalk, Blake Giglio, Dustin Adams, Jeff Price, Andrew Beach, and Eddie Donahue. That's going to do it from Nashville. Thanks to all of our partners. Let's go ahead and run our sponsor page and get the bills paid so we can get on out of here tonight. Wild Horse Broadcasting puts on our ARCA series every Monday night. Thanks so much to the folks over there, Trenton Beach and Company. Rev Sim Shop does our Tuesday Dirt Street Stocks. Thanks so much, Scott Elson and Rev, for all of that support. You have Labor 12 putting on our Truck series every Tuesday night. Awesome Rockman out of Lubbock, Texas. Check them out at laborxii.com. Arc Music did a Cup Series race that you watched here tonight from Nashville. I remember the track this time. Fort Worth Screen Printing does our race tomorrow in the Xfinity Series. Golden Eagle Syrup does our Super Speedway Series on Friday nights, and then CTC Race Network closes us out on Friday with the IndyCar Series. Thanks so much to all of our partners that help make things go around. We appreciate you very much. Hope you enjoyed tonight's race from Nashville. I had to pause and think about it again. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you in the next race.